When it comes to the extreme low odor kit, there's also two absolutely beautiful transparent colors that come inside. We have the clear and the sheer pink. I want to show you how you can mix glitter and use them into your designs. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the clear and I'm just going to mix in again, right? I like to go up to about that point right there, which is the bottom of the threads. We're gonna save this to overlay, and the sheer pink, which is again, another really beautiful pink. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Now with the sheer pink, I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm going to take Numero Uno, which is a really, like, again, fine glitter. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and mix in just right up to that point right there. We want almost a 3-to-1 mix ratio. Just trying to create a beautiful mix for the holiday season. I think this is gonna be the actual perfect glitter to blend in with sheer pink. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just mix that up. We have that mix. Now with the clear, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little crazy. I'm gonna take a combination of these three right here. Let's go ahead and do Shimmering Sand, an oldie but a goodie. And then let's take a little bit of Prominence. Again, just cover the top of that. And then what I wanna be able to do is give it a little bit of bling. So let's go ahead and take Inner Child. And we're just going to dash the surface of that. And then what I'm gonna do is the exact same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and cap this and then roll it up. This is going to disperse the glitter really well to create, again, a custom mix. All right, I already have 2 nails prepped and ready to go. The first thing we're going to do is place a form on one of the first nail. And what we're going to do is use that beautiful pink, right, to sculpt out the free edge. So again, when mixing glitter inside, again, it's not going to affect any of the workability. You're going to notice immediately that it's going to pick up so well. I'm just gonna kind of dab off the excess. I always like to do this when I'm actually doing free edge work. And then what I'm gonna do is just press this down, release, and then again, you notice that it's not going to get away. Now what we want to be able to do, because of its drying time, I want to be able to work it right to the corners and then use, again, the side of the brush to bring this into the perfect form and shape. Making sure that my side walls are even, right? And then just making sure that we're going to be bringing it into that beautiful almond form. I always recommend whatever shape you're going to be building, make sure that you're going to be building it out before you file it. You're not going to build a square nail and file it oval or file it into an almond shape. If you're going to be building almond, then it'll be easy to file almond. All right, so once that is done and set, what we're going to do is we've actually set the absolute perfect foundation for our overlay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. I like to try to get something big enough, right? So I'm gonna submerge my brush, and again, you're going to notice when I come in, I'm gonna be able to get a really beautiful bead. Just count out a few seconds, and then right when I set it to the cuticle area and release, I'm gonna be able to use the tip of my brush just to lightly walk into the corner. You're going to notice that beautiful, slow, self-leveling, controlled movement. You're going to notice what I'm going to be able to do is I'm just going to be able to blend everything all the way down into the tip. Boom, right? So once we're done, one of the things I would recommend is if there's anything missing, you can go back and you can add your blending bead right there. Boom. Use the body of the brush, make sure it's dead even. All right. And again, the beautiful thing about the system is it literally is going to be ready to have the form removed in less than 3 minutes, ready to file into perfection. So what I'm going to do is the same thing with the Shimmering Sand mix. I'm going to go ahead and get myself a beautiful bead, kind of release the liquid. What I like to do when I'm actually working with the glitter, I'll set this right here to the front of the nail. And then again, I'll just kind of lightly use the tip of the brush just to kind of press it in to make it look like a fade. and then whatever is working off of the free edge, you're gonna have that beautiful clay-like consistency, which you're gonna be able to stretch into absolute perfection. This is where I'm going to actually work the length and the shape of the nail before we overlay it with the clear powder. All right, so you can see I'm just using the tip of my brush to kind of disperse that glitter to make it look as ombre as possible. If you have to come in and add just a gentle amount more to certain areas, you can. Now we're ready to overlay with clear. So I like to do the same exact thing. Once the free edge is set, I'm gonna submerge my brush. I'm gonna get a beautiful bead, right? Just wait a couple of seconds. I'm going to set this right at the cuticle area. I wanna be able to trust that beautiful self-leveling, right? Run, and then as soon as it gets over the stress area, one of the things I like to do, again, from the side right here, from the side and the front of the bead, is kind of blend everything down and over the free edge. That is going to guarantee that we have a beautiful overlay. All right, and again, you notice once I get it right up to the very, very front, we're gonna make sure that everything is dead even. If any additional product needs to be added to the surface, you could always do that. The whole goal is completing the service so that everything self-levels to the back end and the sides so that you have the least amount of ledges and it makes it super easy to file. All right, once it dries, we're gonna file this into perfection and you're gonna see how awesome you're going to be able to create some beautiful glitter designs.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe